Are you serious? Are you serious? Well, we got breaking news just a couple hours ago. These 10 U.S. sailors that were detained by the Iranians have just been freed. they These 10 American sailors captured by Iran have been freed, according to the United States and Iranian officials. The sailors were captured yesterday after their two naval boats, I mean, this is unbelievable, entered Iranian waters near the Farsi Islands there in the Persian Gulf. So as you can see, they were on their way from Bahrain to Kuwait. So they had traveled from Bahrain to Kuwait, and they were coming right up the Persian Gulf here. When they drifted, they say, John Kerry said they ran out of gas. That's just insane. They did not run out of gas. But anyway, they were captured by the Iranians and detained, taken to Farsi Island, and they were detained there. And they've just been released. They have just been released, but the Iranians are keeping both of the ships. And, of course, they can get a hold of all the latest technology that way, strip the ships down, and do some re-engineering to understand what was our capability and what is our capability. They're supposedly all okay. They had them contained in a room, and they had them all 10 in there. There was 9 men and 1 woman, but they have been all set free now, and that's the good news. So we have, and here's the thing about this. I mean, the whole time this is going on, these sailors that were captured, the Iranian Revolutionary Guard spokesman told the state-run media television that the boat strayed into Iranian waters by accident. Okay, so everybody's sticking to this story. I mean, there's no accident to this. The evidence suggests that they unilaterally entered into the Iranian waters unintentionally because of the failure of their navigational system. Oh, boy. Now, the sailors have traveled on their 2 boats. They were on their way to a point in the Persian Gulf. They were escorted by the Iranian boats and turned back when they reached into international waters. All right? So anyway, this is what's going on. The tensions in Iran continue. The realization, we have just signed you have to understand something. Now, listen to what I'm going to tell you. I don't believe this story. They were captured, and there's a reason for it. You have to understand, the Iranians, just last week, we got information that the Iranians fired rockets, 5 rockets. And I actually did a video on it, and I show you a picture of that, where they fired 5 rockets, and they come within 1,500 meters of the USS Harry S. Truman. Okay? So the Iranians, and that was near the Straits of Hormuz. The Iranians are getting, and let me show you where the Straits of Hormuz is, just so you'll know. So whenever you see this oil coming out of the Middle East, it's right there it is. Okay, let me give you a little bit better look at that. But this is what I'm trying to say, folks. So think about all the oil that comes out of Saudi Arabia. Okay, all the oil comes out of Saudi Arabia, and all this Kuwait. Okay, and here's Iraq, here's Saudi Arabia, here's Kuwait. You got tons, and here's Iran. Tons of oil has to go through the Persian Gulf, and there's the Straits of Hormuz. It has to go through there. The Iranians are taking this bottleneck, and they're trying to choke off anybody's ability. They're trying to say, we are the gatekeeper here. We're the gatekeepers. And so when the USS Harry S. Truman was down here, basically policing this area, making sure that no pirates decide to start hijacking oil tankers. Iran is now starting to show up, shooting off rockets and flexing their muscles. And if that wasn't enough, then they go and take a couple of our small boats and capture them and take these 10 U.S. sailors hostage. So anyway, at least we got the men back, the men and women, the 9 men and 1 woman. But at least we got them back. The question is, what are we going to do with Iran? We're living in a volatile time. The Iranian nuke deal. It's all a sign of weakness right now for the United States. We're very concerned as this world continues to get more and more volatile. as the Middle East madness continues. I'll be back with more current world events and how they relate to Bible prophecy. Give your life to Jesus Christ because the madness is on.